That's fine.
You're
All
live.
right, we are live. No, change the angle.
Just give people a
second to.
yep. Started about the mid mark
Turn
like
to-
usual.
Yep. Definitely for sure. As you're coming in, hit that like button. For sure, it helps us out. Helps us think you actually like this.
Yep.
So you actually like this.
Yep. Yeah, excited that we hit. This is our first stream after hitting 100 subscribers, so that's good.
Yep, that's why we got the jerseys on.
Pretty solid milestone.
Yes,
Got
it
my
is
Devin
indeed.
Bush jersey. Oh, Stephen Land. Hey guys, congrats on your subs. Saw you had jerseys, nice. Appreciate it, Stephen Land.
Yes.
Thank you for contributing to the 100 subscriber. Yeah, it really does mean a lot, and we have to follow through with our deal about wearing jerseys first stream after hitting 100 subscribers. So
Yep,
thank
here
you.
we are. And here we
very
are.
excited to see where the road takes us.
Mhm,
Road to
def-
200.
Road to 200. I did that hashtag. Unfortunately, no one had used that hashtag. Road to 200.
So-
Road to 200. There
stuff.
it is right there.
I think we're ready to get going.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Topic for the 14th episode of the podcast.
14.
It's kind of crazy.
That's a lot.
Just keep it
Here we
going.
go.
But something that shocked me a lot is Peyton Manning is going to be a professor at the University of Tennessee's alma mater. He's going to be teaching communications.
Mhm.
So kind of when you think of a blow off, major in college, you think of like communications is like the big one that all the athletes take that are just there for sports. So
Yep.
no, I'm not trying to say that Peyton Manning's not equipped to do that, but I mean, I feel like some people would intensely try to take his major just so they could say that they got taught by Peyton Manning. So
I think it would be a cool class.
yeah, no,
He's a cool dude.
yeah. He talked about football, his experiences in the NFL. I think that's cool. Stephen Land said, "You're welcome. Look forward to what topics you have to talk about again. Congrats.
Mhm.
Thank you." But
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
back to the Peyton Manning. Yeah, I just thought kind of a funny thing to start off with because I don't know. I just think it's funny. Peyton Manning's pretty cool.
It was
dude.
a little random too when it
Yeah, I
showed
was
up.
so shocked when I saw it. I was just like, Peyton Manning's going to be a teacher, a professor.
Basically a teacher, yeah.
Yeah, professor at Tennessee. I mean,
I didn't even know he had that degree, to be honest.
well, he did spend 4 years at Tennessee, so
I mean,
hope
he
he
obviously
got a
did
degree.
something, but
yeah,
and I guess that's what he did.
yeah. But congratulations for Peyton Manning.
Yep,
So,
definitely.
yeah. Next, we're moving on into our fantasy football first round / sleeper picks. I'll go first on this one
All right.
because, I got some cool sleepers I got here.
Mhm.
I want to start it off. So, first overall pick, the consensus is usually Justin Jefferson, but since Owen really wants to go with Justin Jefferson, I'm gonna have to switch it up a bit and go Christian McCaffrey, running back, to go number one.
It's perfectly understandable.
I feel like Justin Jefferson's cool and all, but I mean Christian McCaffrey had a complete bounce back year, 20+ points every single game, very reliable, and he's still on a good offense that has a lot of weapons around them.
He's on a better offense than he was
Yep, last year.
last year.
And at Carolina. So
Yeah. At Carolina.
and they actually have a good offensive line, and they don't have that great quarterback to take away their rushes from him. So he's still going to get that value, and he's always been an elite pass catching running back. So I like him as my number one. I know it's a little different, but I like it. And that's my pick. Second overall pick, I'll pick Justin Jefferson because, I mean, best receiver last season.
Yep.
Very, very consistent. Seemed like he was a human highlight reel, and I mean, I feel like that's just they can go 1 and 2, in my opinion, and I don't think there's too much to talk about here because I think he's a guaranteed top 2 player no matter what.
Yep.
So quick little
Understandable.
Justin Jefferson. Then number 3, I feel like this is also pretty obvious. Jamar Chase. Still, if he has Joe Burrow, he still has top 2, top 1 potential as a wide receiver. And if Joe Burrow stays healthy, easily.
Yes.
So I mean, him and Joe Burrow have a great dynamic duo, and it seems like they're always throwing deep touchdown passes, and he's always having a crazy stat line game.
That's true. His highlight reel is
Same,
a lot of.
same thing like Justin Jefferson. He's just a human highlight reel.
Yep.
So
For sure.
I feel like that's also a very respectable pick. Number 4, I think you got to get some running back value here in Austin Eckler. Last year, he had a great, amazing season. I mean, he's always been an elite pass catcher, and he gets good rushes. And when LA last year, the Chargers weren't very good, he was carrying them. And he carried a ton of fantasy football teams. So
Yes, he did. Carry mine last year.
Yep,
Indeed.
He's an absolute dog, and he's getting paid like nothing for it. So I think I think Austin Eckler's top 3 running backs in fantasy. I have him as my second best running back in fantasy. It's close between him and Christian McCaffrey, but I'll give Christian McCaffrey the edge just because he's on a better team, and he has more weapons around him to get all the pressure off of him. When Austin Eckler is just teams have to guard him last year. So I'll go Austin Eckler number 4. Tyreek Hill will be my 5th overall pick because he's the wide receiver 1 in his team, and he has a good offense around him as well. So it'll take a little bit of pressure off of him. And Mike McDaniel is their coach, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
He builds good offensive schemes that make Tua Tagovailoa look better, and it makes things easier for Tyreek Hill. So I think by that happening, everything just goes well in Tyreek Hill's favor.
And apparently Tua's better than Patrick Mahomes, so that makes it even better, right?
Yeah,
Right?
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
According to Tyreek Hill, that's
No, he said he was a more accurate quarterback.
more accurate.
I think he knows that Patrick Mahomes is a way better quarterback in every aspect, but he doesn't want to throw shade at his quarterback. So I respect him saying saying something good about Tua. So I mean, I see what he was doing. Smart, not creating any bad blood. So
That's true.
yeah, I think Tyreek Hill's a solid 5th overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
This also might shock a lot of people. I have at the 6th overall pick. I think Bijan Robinson should get drafted for this specific reason. His running back value is crazy because he's again a great pass catcher, and he's an absolute rushing demon. He's like a Derrick Henry that can catch.
Yes, I've said
And
that
also-
many times before. It's crazy.
Oh, dude, no, it's very obvious. You
It's
see him.
ridiculous.
His route running's crazy.
Yes.
You would think he'd be a receiver if you.
He's burning corners in training camp.
Yeah, no,
That's
and if
insane.
if you didn't watch football, you'd be like, well, no. If you were just looking at him, didn't really know who he was, you'd think he's a receiver because of how good he runs routes.
Yes.
And like I said, he runs like Derrick Henry. His time at Texas, he was an absolute dog. So I think even though he's a rookie, he's on a bad team. I feel like he's just going to try to carry the Atlanta Falcons really far. And, I think he's going to do his best, and he's going to have a great stat. It doesn't matter how his record is.
Mm-hmm.
I just care about how many points he gets as a fantasy player.
That's right. That's what fantasy's all about.
Yep. And then I know this might seem like Travis Kelce fell a bit, but I'll have Travis Kelce as the 7th. My reasoning is, best tight end by far. His point differential from the tight end 2 every single year and him is just crazy. It's the biggest differential between any other position group.
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
I think him at a 7 would be a steal, and it'd be a proper pick to take him. So I'd take him at 7. Best tight end by far, most reliable. Usually doesn't get hurt. So
Yep.
I'll take Travis Kelce at number 7. Number 8, Cooper Kupp. Fell off a bit from last year just because of his injury. But him and Stafford have a good dynamic duo where Stafford just loves to throw the balls at him a lot. And, it's pretty simple. Cooper Kupp and him have a good dynamic duo. And I just think, he brings great value as a wide receiver position, getting him at that point because you come back in the 2nd round and get a running back
Mm-hmm.
who's also really good. So
Yeah, we got a comment though before you move on. Sorry, didn't
go.
want to ruin your
I don't
mojo.
think I said it, but I may have said I am a Dolphins fan myself. As you talked about Tyreek, I know you both said you like the Lions, right? I am pretty sure. I hope Tua stays healthy, but yeah, we're both. Well, I'm a
But-
Lions fan. You're more of you said something.
We said something
No
right.
Patrick Mahomes, but no Patrick is the best QB in the league right now. No contest. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the best QB by far. Even a guy like Joe Burrow admits it. So,
That's true. And Joe Burrow, I think, is number 2 on my list at least.
yeah, I'm at number 2, and then after that, I got Allen.
Yep.
And then it gets a little tough.
And then it's like maybe Rodgers.
I think there's a consensus top 3.
Yeah,
I feel like if you flip Allen and Burrow, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But if you throw like Herbert in the top 3, I'll be really confused. But yeah, I'm a Lions fan. I don't know what kind of a fan you are, honestly.
I'm
You're
a
kind of
Lions.
you're kind
I'm a
of
Lions
bandwagon.
fan, but I'm a fan of Russell Wilson. Unfortunately, he's on his downfall now, so it's very sad to see him fading away. But
It
you
doesn't
know,
seem like you really are a true Detroit fan in any
I'm going.
sport. In any sport.
I'm going to Detroit.
Oh,
I'm going to 2 Detroit games this year. A
now
Lions
now
game
that they're good. Now
and
that
a
they're
Pistons
good.
fan.
Now that they're good.
And a Pistons game. I'm going to a
Whoa,
Pistons
whoa,
game.
whoa.
So
Hey, I
don't think-
went to a Pistons game last year.
but it is the Pistons versus
Yeah.
Warriors. So
Yeah. Oh, and that's
That's
your favorite
right.
NBA team. So
yeah, NBA team like the Pistons. Yeah, I'll root for them and stuff. But Warriors at heart.
I'm a
But anyways.
Lions fan diehard Lions fan by heart, diehard Pistons fan, diehard Tigers fan, and for hockey, I'm a
Tigers and Red Wings. Yeah, I'll go for
I'm
it.
a diehard New York Rangers hockey fan.
That's right. So
So
you're a bandwagon in some sense.
bandwagon. How am I a bandwagon?
New York Rangers
And I've been a fan of them
from New York.
Okay.
That's a band. That's the definition of bandwagon. It's
Huh?
just like a team outside.
What? No, it's
Yes,
when
it is.
no bandwagon is when you go to a team because they're good. Is when you are a fan of them because they're a great team.
Well, that's not why I'm a fan of the Warriors. I promise you, I've been a Warriors fan since like 2013, man. I've been through them. I've been through the harsh times.
Dude, nah, that's cap right there.
That's not cap.
So you're gonna go out and call me a bandwagon because I'm a New York Rangers fan.
No, I didn't. I
I've been through-
thought
I've been
I
through
had a
some-
different definition. I
I've
had a
been through
different
some
definition.
deep dark times with the New York
I've had
Rangers.
I had different definition. I had a different definition. That's it.
That's
I just thought a bandwagon was you were a fan of a team outside of Detroit
no. You could I think
at any point.
no a bandwagon is when you're a fan of a team because they're a great team.
I did not know that. That's why I thought people would call me a bandwagon of Golden State Warriors because they're just outside Detroit.
No, because they're a
That's
great
it.
team. That's why people call you a bandwagon.
That's it.
Because that's the definition of it.
That's weird.
Trent Clapp. Owen's not a Detroit fan. He's a diehard Ohio State. Oh,
No, I'm
I
not,
remember-
bro.
I
Absolutely
remember
not.
Yep, you guys remember it. Owen was
Diehard.
an Ohio State fan for a little bit. That's a little bit too much as a Michigan
I heard.
fan. There's no getting over that.
I know there's no getting
Like
over
you can't
that.
really explain that.
I know, and I'm unfortunately wearing a Michigan jersey right now.
Yeah, it's not a good look to say that you're an Ohio State fan for even a little bit if you're going to be a so-called diehard Michigan fan. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm still going to, give you hell for it. But I'll let it slide.
It is what it is.
Stephen Land says, wait for the comments to come through. I had forgotten your names or did ask if it's okay. What should I call you guys? I'm Jack, and yeah,
And I'm Owen.
it's
Owen Jack. So
Jack Owen. Yeah, pretty simple.
However you want to remember it. But anyways,
All right,
probably get back to
back to face. So
back
we
to
went on a little bit
face.
of a rant about how
Yeah.
yeah. What should I give my backstory why I'm a Rangers fan?
You can. Why not?
It's because I grew up watching hockey games with my dad, and he was a Rangers fan since the '80s, like early '80s, so when they weren't a great team.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad said that he's a Rangers fan because they had the guts to draft an American player at the time, which was like crazy. You just drafted a bunch of Canadians in the NHL.
Mhm.
But yeah, they had the guts to draft an American player, Brian Leach. And for that, he liked him, and he's been a fan ever since. And I grew up watching New York Rangers games with my dad, so I'm a New York Rangers fan. Kind of grew up around watching the same teams, so grew up to be a fan. Just like same thing with Detroit. Grew up watching Lions, Tigers, and Pistons games, so those are my reasons.
My Warriors story is so my uncle lives out in California.
Yes.
And we went out there one time and we got G League tickets and then we went to see a real game. And I was, of course, a shooter. I've been a shooter all my life. And I found someone.
I'm pretty sure that's our
named-
stereotypical.
But anyways, the name, of course, Steph Curry, as you guys know today.
Debatably
him.
the best point guard of all time.
Yes, but all I remember is that like he just like shot a ton of threes and I just fell in love with him. I got a jersey.
Whoa, you fell in love with him?
As a player, Jesus, man.
I'm just joking.
Jesus, man.
I'm just joking.
But and then
Shoot.
yeah,
Stephen Land says, "Nice, Owen. You should wear the Mahomes jersey. It looks cool. Haha. You have both. Have both NFL jerseys? I do like the one you wear would be fun. Just a suggestion for the special would be a cool thing to do. I think it'd be cool if you wore the Mahomes jersey, but we don't want to
Yeah.
have to take that down. because
Yeah,
we'd have to put it back up. So
Yeah, no, it was
yeah, this is a good
it
amount
was
of
a
effort.
little bit. Yeah, it was a little bit of effort.
It was a process, but
Both were NFL jerseys. Yep, it makes sense. I mean, I guess we're both correlating with Michigan. 'Cause
yeah, Devin
Michigan,
Bush, Steelers jersey,
and then Michigan,
Tom Brady, Michigan jersey.
Michigan
Yep.
jersey. So
All right.
I guess we're kind of correlating
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, back to the
Yeah,
fantasy
back,
football
back to
first
the
round
fantasy draft. Jesus.
now. At my 9th overall pick, I'm gonna have to go with Derrick Henry. Still a pretty good player. I think he's fallen off big time though. He's still gonna fall off, but he's still gonna get his carries because Tennessee's still gonna revolve around him. But I think this is his last quality year for fantasy. Then he's gonna be on a complete running back drop off. So
It's kind of sad to just hear that.
it really
Because
is.
he's such a dominant player.
Mhm.
Such a dominant.
He really was. Now he's
Or
kind
was
of he's
was
really
a
fallen
dominant
off.
player, I should say. Yeah.
But at the 10 overall spot, I think people think this is too high, but I gotta go. I'm going with Nick Chubb.
I don't think it's too high at all.
I've heard people think he should be a second rounder. I think that's crazy in my opinion.
A mid-second rounder I've heard, and that's absolutely ridiculous. I think early second rounder, late first rounder
Yeah,
is where he should be.
This Nick Chubb, he gets a consistent amount of carries, and the only thing that worries people is his catching upside. But
Yep.
if he gets the carries and the 150 yards and a touchdown every single game, you shouldn't worry about his catches. So that's why I'm gonna have to go with Nick Chubb at the 10.
Mhm.
I like him a lot. He's probably one of my favorite running backs in the league, so I'll have him go there.
People even argue him as being the number one running back,
Mhm.
like talent-wise, like in the league.
Yeah. At my 11 slot, I'm gonna go with Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
So,
Running back fever we got going on.
yep. I think another one. People are just upset at him because of his contract, and people are just kind of forgetting about what he does for New York. And I think Saquon's still gonna be a great player. He's gonna save Daniel Jones, make him look better. He's gonna carry the Giants like he did last year. Simple. Then rounding off a full 12 pick first round, I have Stephon Diggs at 12. I think he's a reliable receiver, just like most of these players. He has a great connection with Josh Allen. He's been very consistent, top 5 receiver the last 3-4 years. So no complaints about him. And then some honorable mentions. I have Devontae Adams. He's Devontae Adams. All the talent's there. It's just who's going to give him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jonathan Taylor. People forgot about him because he had a bad year last year. After that, I have CeeDee Lamb. Him and Dak Prescott. Both have a great connection. So
That's right.
simple. And then Terry McLaurin.
Oh,
The only thing that's holding him back from being an elite, like a true, like top 5 elite receiver, is his quarterback play. He's never had a good quarterback.
and Sam Howell was just recently named the starting quarterback.
That's
which we'll
topic
get to.
later. Topic later on.
But
Here's my thing.
Still.
His quarterbacks his entire career has been
yes,
Ryan Fitzpatrick, Carson Wentz,
Taylor
Sam
Heineke.
Howell, and Taylor Heineke. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's not an elite quarterback. Never has, never will. Yeah, I'll read that.
Yeah, I just seen it.
So
So
that is a great point. What you said about the same region, Michigan, the Steelers. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Thank you, Jack and Owen. I will try to remember your names. Appreciate it, Stephen Lamb. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Thank you for also
Definitely
keeping the
appreciate
comments section alive. Honestly, thank you.
Yes, honestly,
It means a lot. Keeps us
does.
involved. Honestly, keeps us from
keeps us on our toes too.
keeps us from mentally falling asleep. So appreciate it.
from these topics. Yeah.
Also, quick little shout out. Make sure to like the stream if you guys haven't yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to throw that in there real quick.
Definitely.
And back to the original topic.
Mhm.
And then I have 2 sleepers that I want to talk about for later on in the draft, who I think will have great years. My first sleeper is Alexander Madison. Dalvin Cook just left the Minnesota Vikings, so he's going to be the running back 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he was really good when Dalvin Cook wouldn't play, so I think he'll continue it and be a great running back.
Yep.
And after that, Michael Thomas. He's
Ooh.
been on the downfall for the last 3 years. Hasn't really been playing too much, but there's been highlights of him in camp playing great. He cooked Derwin James yesterday, I believe, and I think he's coming back and having a bounce back year, and people are going to be shocked. So that's my list.
You want to read the little comment that's there, and then I'll start spitting off.
Stephen Land says, "You're welcome. Glad to give support when I can. It means a lot to hear." Yep.
Shout out to Stephen Land for
Shout out
sure.
Stephen Land.
But here's my first round and a couple more. Just names out there. So, of course, first overall pick, I'm going to go Justin Jefferson. Flat out the best player. Definitely has the upside to even break the receiving yards record of 2,000 something. I don't know the exact number.
Wasn't it by
Calvin
Calvin
Johnson.
Johnson?
Yep.
Yeah.
2,000 something. But anyways, Justin Jefferson, 1,800 yards last
Can we
year.
just speak about how hard 2,000 yards is to get?
Yes.
That's well over 100 yards a game.
yes.
It's
It's
like-
ridiculous.
It's like 150 yards a game.
And with 18 game or 17 games
games.
now, I guess, because 18 weeks, 17 games.
People haven't even broke yet with the extra game. Like Cooper Kupp was close.
That's true.
He didn't get it.
That's true, and I think Justin Jefferson will do it eventually. It could be this year. I don't know.
The
but
record will eventually be broken just because of the extra game. But
That's true.
shout out Calvin Johnson for in 16 games
Doing it in 16
getting 2,000 plus yards is crazy.
and having, Stafford as quarterback. Like,
Stafford's a good quarterback.
I get, yeah. It's just like
Said that it's not-
just in his time, like people were scheming for him. He's kind of like the only guy. On
he was
the
getting double
Lions.
teamed. He was getting double
Yes.
teamed a lot. Yeah.
Like the stuff that he had to do it through was crazy.
Mhm.
It was just ridiculous on its own. So
Continue
Justin
though.
Jefferson, I think, is on pace to do that soon. Then I got Jamar Chase at number 2. I think he's right behind Justin Jefferson. You could even argue Jamar Chase being the number 1 pick. I wouldn't be mad if you chose him at number 1. He's like the same thing, except his situation's a little different than Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson might get double teamed every other week, whereas Jamar Chase, he has T. Higgins, he has Tyler Boyd. I think it spreads out the field more, which Jamar Chase has better opportunity.
And Joe Mixon is a good pass catching running back as well.
Yes, just weapons all around, spaces the field for sure. And Justin Jefferson with that Adam Thielen, he might have troubles.
Adam Thielen? He's on the Panthers.
I know I said without.
Oh, I thought you said with
Without
Adam Thielen. I was like, huh?
without Adam
I
Thielen.
was so
Without
confused.
Adam
Yeah,
Thielen.
that's my bad.
He might have a problem, or he might get even more targets. Who
They still
knows?
have KJ Osborne as well. So,
But they also, I think, they got Jordan Addison in the draft.
and they also have TJ Hawkinson, the tight end.
So I mean,
So Minnesota still has weapons.
but compared to the Bengals and stuff, T.
Yeah,
T.
Bengals
Higgins
is
is
crazy.
T. Higgins is a problem.
They have top 10. They have a top 10 running back.
Yep.
A top 3 receiver.
Maybe even top 2.
and he's not 2. Not 2.
Debatably 1.
He's not 2. Top 2, and he's not 2. That's what I'm saying.
He could, yeah, exactly. So, but yeah. Anyways, you want to read the comment?
Yeah, Steven Lance says, "Oh, about Megatron, you should get his jersey sometime unless you have it. Have you ever see the older Reebok NFL jerseys? I personally liked those Lions jerseys; they were shiny. Yeah, I actually had a Calvin Johnson jersey when I was younger, but I was like 9, so I don't fit that anymore.
Why do I feel like I remember you wearing that to school?
Oh, because I'd wear it. Yeah, I liked Calvin Johnson and Stafford jersey. I would rock
That's a
those.
W
I would
jersey.
rock those at school, but
I remember those old jerseys.
yeah, no, they were really good.
Sick. They were sick.
Dude, my buddy, his dad has one of like Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
I've
it's
seen
so
those.
sweet. Dude, I wish I was around for those jerseys.
we could
for those
we
jerseys.
could get one for the background.
We could. Shout out
But
Megatron.
That's a talk for another
Yeah, talk for another day though.
day. But anyways,
Continue.
Christian McCaffrey, number 3. He's flat out the best running back on the board for you. If those two are gone, if those two are not gone, I don't know what your league's really doing unless McCaffrey is already taken. But give me McCaffrey number 3. He's on the Niners. His offense got 20 times better than the Panthers. And he has Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, and Sam Darnold. They all 3 like to chuck down the ball. Every single one of them. And McCaffrey is that's his role. He catches it and then he does something with it. That's what he does.
All I do is check down.
And if you're in a PPR league, this is absolutely amazing for you. It's like it's a gem.
Yep.
And number 4 is when I go Austin Eckler. He's similar to McCaffrey. He catches it a lot and he gets a lot of goal line work, which is what I really like about Austin Eckler. And behind him was Sony Michel, but now he's gone. So now I have no clue who's even behind him.
Wait, wasn't Sonny Michel on the Rams?
No, he was on the Chargers last year.
He
was behind
He kept
Austin
bouncing
Eckler.
around, dude.
And he was behind Austin Eckler. I remember because I think I lost a fantasy week by like 2, and it was because Sony Michel went in garbage time. So, yeah.
Stephen Land said, You should find one if you ever find one. You should get one. They're a pretty great steal if you find one with the tags online. eBay is great if you find some great sellers.
All right. Okay, we'll take that.
I think we'll have to consider.
We'll
We
definitely-
want a bit of a
definitely-
budget here, though.
Yeah, we'll definitely look into it for sure. Not making money just yet off of this.
Yeah,
so
still a little bit away.
yeah. But anyways, Austin Eckler, I think he's a great investment. I got him at the 9th pick in our league last year, which was crazy. And he ended up being the running back 1 at the end of the year. So that's definitely a steal.
Yeah,
for sure.
I remember I was debating between him and Jefferson, but then I just went with my gut and took Jefferson. So I
Well,
mean,
Jefferson's
either or, I was
pretty darn good.
it was between Eckler, McCaffrey, and Jefferson. But I went with my gut and Jefferson. Both would have worked out for me. Either three of them would have worked out for me.
That's
so
true.
I guess I didn't make a bad decision.
No, you didn't. You couldn't have made a bad decision
Yeah.
on that. Holy crap, that's 3 solid players. I mean, look, they're 1, 3, and 4 on my list, and they're in the top 4 easily on your
1,
list as well.
2, and 4.
Yeah, so easy choice. But at number 5, I got Travis Kelce, easily the best tight end. He's got Patrick Mahomes thrown to him, and that wide receiver room has only gotten progressively worse. Juju was the wide receiver 1. The wide receiver 1.
I mean, let's be honest. If they really have a wide receiver 1, just kind of
But like Juju was the name there.
yeah.
Now you I bet you couldn't even.
They
like,
drafted
name
a
one.
receiver in the 2nd round. I'm blanking on his name though. He's really good. I'm blanking on the name though.
Now I want to think of it.
No, but he's just been balling out in training camp, but I'm just tripping on his name right now.
Or Sky Moore.
Yeah, Sky Moore, that's it. Yeah. And then they have McCole Hardman.
Nope, he's
I
coming.
mean, not McCole. I mean, I'm thinking it's Kadarius Toney, my bad.
Yep.
McCole Hardman's on the Jets.
Some creepy pictures. I've
See,
seen those.
see, he's like so like if he gets the ball, he's flashy, but he gets hurt too much. So, I mean, it's interesting. I hope he plays good. I
Yeah,
like
but
Kadarius
Sky
Toney.
Moore and Kadarius Toney is nothing compared to Travis Kelce. So I'm expecting Travis Kelce to have an even bigger year than he had last year. Even possibly putting up numbers with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson consistently every week.
Yep.
Then at number 6, I got another guy who's consistently good, and that's Tyreek Hill. Simply, he could beat out the top 2, honestly, and just because of how many yards he gets per game, Tua's throwing to him hopefully for the entirety of the season, not Teddy Bridgewater or Mike White or whoever the crap.
Did Mike White
they
actually
have.
play for the Dolphins?
Oh, he's on the Dolphins
He's on-
now. That's why.
Yeah,
God. But anyways, whatever garbage he had throwing to him.
Stephen Land said, by the way, the wristbands are awesome. I saw them earlier, but wanted to say they are pretty cool. How many do you wear? Also, like your hat, Jack. Looking great. Appreciate it, Stephen Land. I always
Yeah.
love to rock the backwards hat.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it just fits my style, but
It does,
you
yeah.
want to talk about your wristbands?
Yeah, I wear 6 wristbands. So they all just like represent me. You know, I got Michigan, I got Steph Curry, I got one about, camp where I went for basketball, about God and stuff like that. And then there's like One Eye Matter and then America. So
all stuff you stand for.
all stuff I stand for.
Hey,
so
I respect
that's
it. Passionate about something.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. But Tyreek Hill, like I was saying, he has wide receiver 1 upside easily, and with Jalen Waddle, I think it takes off a lot of pressure, like you were saying about Tyreek Hill. Just he has the weapons to do it, which I think is the reason why Dalvin Cook did not go to the Dolphins. That's a theory for when he
You
signed,
think it would have taken away his rushes because of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle?
because they're a pass first offense easily.
Yep.
But anyways, at number 7, Cooper Kupp. You can read that.
Nice. That is great. Thanks. And I agree the backwards style fits you well. Appreciate it. Glad somebody appreciates my backwards hat.
I thought it was sweet.
I mean, I like it.
Because episodes that you haven't worn it, it's like, I don't know, it's a little off,
Yeah, I just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways,
Okay.
Cooper-
Continue.
Cooper Kupp at number 7. He's coming off an injury and everything, but he has Stafford coming back, and he's easily the wide receiver 1 there, like by far. He's like
Nobody's even close.
nobody's even touching it, and of
Nope.
course the running back room.
Horrible.
I mean, with Cam Akers, is meh, but still nothing.
I don't think Cam Akers is he still on the ramp?
He's still there. They were gonna trade him, but
yeah.
but then they decided not to because they were falling apart. So there was no point in trading him.
Yep.
He was the only spark of spark of the offense. But at number 8, I got Bijan Robinson. I think this is where he goes, or late first round. I don't want, there's people that are saying like they should reach at him at like 4 or 5. I think there's way more talent up there that have consistently proven it than Bijan Robinson has. And I think that's where Bijan fits. I believe he's going to end up being the number 1 guy there.
It's disrespectful to Bijan Robinson, in my opinion.
But especially with Desmond Ridder there, you could easily take him a couple picks earlier. I just don't see him like top 5. I don't like
think
a
6
top
is a
5.
good spot for him.
6 would be the farthest I would go.
That's where I have him at.
6 would be the farthest I would go.
I think that's a lot of potential. You just like if you're going to try to win your league, gotta go for that.
That's true. If you're
really going for it,
go big or go home, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Go big or go home. That's your pick.
And for us, we
Bijan
don't have a
Robinson.
punishment, so there's no shame in really getting last place, I guess, except for your pride. So I mean, I don't know.
That's true. I mean, we might.
And you act like you win.
We might do a punishment.
We've always said we're going to do punishments for the last 2-3 years, but nobody ever does it.
I might tell everybody to meet up somewhere. We might just do the punishment. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like that'd be a little unfair because there's been people who have been consistently really bad and have gotten last place and walked away scot-free.
That's true, and
that'd be a little unfair to somebody who gets last place this year. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
Unfortunately, but yeah. But anyways, Derrick Henry is at my number 9 pick. Like you said, this is the last year, and I think it is. Maybe he squeaks out another year after this, but he's very limited with years left. So, and especially at the 9th pick, you can get somebody at 11 that will recover for him.
Yep.
Or 12 that'll recover for him. So, and of course, Tennessee Titans offense is nothing without him.
Yeah. I mean, I think Malik Willis is gonna have a good year. That's
true.
I think he's gonna.
Who do they have? They have Treylon Burks, and then they have somebody else, right?
Yeah, they have D-Hop.
They got Diop. So I mean, they could be good outside of Derrick Henry,
And they have
but
Robert Woods.
That's true. But it's Robert Woods left. I think he's in Houston.
I don't think so.
I think he's in Houston. I might want to.
We'll
We'll look it up after. But I think he's in Houston. I think.
Nonetheless, it's not that big of a difference.
It's
Robert
not.
Woods isn't.
Robert Woods, you're not going to draft him anyways. At number 10, I think it's Stephon Diggs. You could switch this with Devontae Adams, maybe even somebody else that I'll mention in a couple picks here. I don't want to spoil it though. But even if you're the 10th pick and you get Stephon Diggs, you can just draft the other guy at number 11. Which is why I got Stephon Diggs and Devontae Adams. They're kind of the same situation. Stephon Diggs has a 20 times better quarterback, though.
Oh, 100%.
And Devontae Adams, he's always good with any quarterback. It proved it, going from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. It's not
this. It just
it's
doesn't
like
feel the
Derek
same.
Carr. Derek Carr is not like the worst quarterback ever.
Yeah, I know why everybody all of a sudden hated on Derek Carr.
But going from Aaron Rodgers, couple-time MVP, Super Bowl champion, to Derek Carr
Whoa! I'm not going to tolerate this Derek Carr slander. You're talking about how we went from Aaron Rodgers, and then you're making it seem like Derek Carr's not good. The way you just hyped up Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just saying, couple-time MVP,
If you go from
Super Bowl
champion. If you go from Aaron Rodgers, most likely you're not going to a better quarterback.
That's true.
That's simple fact.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
disrespect. That's disrespectful. You're saying it like Derek Carr's not a good quarterback.
Is that another quarterback better than Anthony Richardson?
Yes.
There's 18.
Dude,
but
all I'm saying is Derek Carr. It wasn't Derek Carr. The offensive line failed him, and his coaching failed him, and then management failed him.
And Devontae Adams somehow did better than, as good as he usually did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying.
I'm not appreciating that disrespect towards him.
But now Devontae Adams has has decreased even less in his quarterback room with Jimmy G.
Yeah, going from Derek Carr to Jimmy Garoppolo is a huge drop off.
Exactly. So I think that Devontae Adams, he puts up numbers no matter who's throwing him the football. It could be Christian McCaffrey for all we care, and maybe he'll put up numbers. You might as well.
Yeah.
And then Stephon Diggs, he's got Josh Allen. That's easy. Top 3 QB, throw into him. And then, of course, he's got Gabe Davis at the wide receiver 2. So I just think that he's got a lot more field to work with when he's out there.
Dawson Knox, a tight end too.
Yup, he's got a lot of weapons, and of course James Cook if he comes out of his shell, which could be another sleeper. At number 12, I got Nick Chubb. This
Disrespectful.
dude needs to stop being slept on. You could honestly draft him at
12
9.
is disrespectful.
Honestly, I would consider switching him and Derrick Henry now that I'm looking at this. Just because you can go.
Sorry, it's time to go through. Okay.
There
And
you
Jack, did you get shorter? I like your hair longer. It would stick cool out if your hair if out of your hat. In the front, are you planning on growing it out? Yeah, I'm not really too sure what I really want to do with my hair right now. I mean, it was pretty long for a while, but I mean the sides got too long, and then it would really like curl too much. Like it'd curl interestingly in the back, and then it would just like stop at a certain point. So I think I'm gonna try to keep it.
A little
I'm
shorter.
I'm not gonna get a cut for a while, probably after my cross country season. But
It looks good like when you're running track though, when you got the flow
yeah,
hair
the flow.
and like stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna grow it out a bit, but I'm not gonna like. I want to make sure my sideburns don't grow out too much. I don't mind it long up here, but when the sideburns gets too long, that's when it's time to cut it. So
That's right.
yeah, I plan on growing my hair out.
SW. But anyways, Nick Chubb definitely did it go through?
I think it looks awesome, like mine. Haha. Appreciate it.
No, you don't. Anyways, Nick Chubb, he plays for the Cleveland Browns. If Deshaun Watson doesn't have the biggest, year that we expect him
Bill
to.
Cosby. Bill Cosby.
Well, I remember making those comments during those the TikTok drafts or whatever. But Nick Chubb, he's just, and without Kareem Hunt now, I mean he's got so much upside, and he could even catch some passes this year. Who knows?
I mean, he caught a decent amount of passes with Jacoby Brissett as his quarterback.
So I mean, honestly, with Deshaun Watson likes to chuck it down a little bit too.
Yep.
Like to hit those little routes. So,
I think Deshaun Watson will be better this year, just because he's going to have a full training camp, and then he won't have to wait 11 more games to play. So I think Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Chubb went crazy. But at number 13 is where I think you could draft at 10 or 11.
Are these the honorable mentions?
These are the honorable mentions,
All right.
indeed. I have 5. Honorable mention, Garrett Wilson. Listen, this guy had Zach Wilson and Mike White. This is where Mike White comes in.
Yeah,
These two were throwing to him,
The
and
more
he
I think about
still
it, the
put
more-
up 1,000 yards.
The more I think of it, the more I like it, because he went offensive rookie of the year with Zach Wilson as his quarterback and Mike White.
And he put up 1,000 yards, and I think like 9 touchdowns or something.
He didn't have as many touchdowns just because
Yeah.
he would catch like the deep passes, and then they would run it in,
Mm-hmm.
or they just wouldn't get touchdowns.
That's very true. Unfortunately, Jets fans know that too well. But Garrett Wilson, I think he has great upside. I think he could put up numbers with Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. I don't think he's at that elite level yet where he can jump to Cooper Kupp or Tyreek Hill. But I think if you drafted him at that 10 slot, it's a steal, I think. And then another honorable mention, I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor. This guy, please do not sleep on him. He had one bad year, okay? One bad year. He just got injured, just like McCaffrey did, just like Cooper Kupp
The team
did.
just completely had a complete down year than everybody thought.
Yes, and of course Carson Wentz
That was Matt Ryan.
or Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's too many QBs.
Sorry,
to keep
yeah,
up there.
I understand. They shoveled
But
through a bunch of old quarterbacks.
But Matt Ryan was the quarterback indeed, and Jonathan Taylor wasn't there a lot, a crazy lot, like as much as he was the year before, and of course he was a number 1 pick last year and stuff like that. So I don't sleep on him. He should definitely be an early second rounder still, maybe even end of first round.
All right, we head into your sleepers now. Or how many more honorable mentions we got? 3.
I got 3 more. I got 3 more.
I can't prepare to this one.
Saquon Barkley. Yes, Saquon
Hey,
Barkley.
you're not having him in the first round.
Not in the
You don't
top
got him
12.
you don't got him in the top 12.
Nope.
But you got Devontae Adams ahead of Saquon Barkley.
Yes, I do.
You had Stephon Diggs ahead of
Yes, I
Saquon
do.
Barkley.
Yes,
You
I
have
do.
Jonathan Taylor ahead of Saquon Barkley.
Where do you have Saquon at?
Oh, I forgot about Saquon, but then when I remembered him, I put him in at 11.
Oh, you spawned him in.
Yeah, I saw
But,
him at 11. That's disrespectful to Saquon.
But Saquon, he's like Garrett Wilson. He could easily be up there with like a couple of the guys ahead of him, like Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb.
With Garrett Wilson ahead of Saquon.
I'm not. No,
What-
these
what-
are just honorable mentions, man.
Whoa,
they're just.
whoa,
They're
whoa.
all in the same group. They're all in the same group. Okay.
But you put.
And I just said Jonathan Taylor. I'd say Saquon's in that boat of Jonathan Taylor.
No, but he had a good year. He had a great year, actually.
That's true, but
He had a
Saquon.
better year than Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry. Yeah.
About- He had a better year than Derrick Henry, for sure.
Well, he was pretty close to Nick Chubb, so
That's true.
wow.
But yeah, he's an honorable mention for sure. Anyways, it's okay to disagree. We're talking about sports here. It's not like
So Saquon
it's not like
Barkley.
the obvious is the obvious.
So
It's not
Saquon
like
Barkley.
logic.
Barkley gets screwed on his contract, and all of a sudden you're just hating on him. It's disrespect. No, I'm just kidding. Just
Well, also, that is a little bit of factoring into it. Is that the Giants could be a little screwy because of that. You never know. But anyways,
Stephen Lynn says, "Hey, by the way, apologize for the random question. I know you're talking about sports, and I'm asking questions about jerseys, hats, wristbands, and hair. Well, sorry if it throws off your topics. No, that's all good. Appreciate
it's all good.
yeah, I appreciate the questions and all that.
It's all good. It keeps the stream going. You see,
Yeah.
we're already at 40 minutes, and we
Yeah, we're
haven't
just-
even realized that.
yeah.
So,
Stream's been flowing good, so honestly, it's good. It's good. Keep
and then
asking
I'm
questions.
just gonna name off the last two because they're basically in the same boat. AJ Brown and CeeDee Lamb.
yeah, I understand that.
They're in the same boat. They got decent quarterbacks. I'm throwing to them.
Jalen Hurts is a decent quarterback.
I was just saying that. I'm just saying they got Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb's got Dak Prescott, who's a darn good quarterback, and Jalen Hurts is a pretty darn good quarterback as well.
Yeah.
So I just think that they're both in the same boat of they will get consistent fantasy points, and they're a great second round pick coming back around.
Yep.
And then, of course, my three sleepers, Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's a great wide receiver, too, for the Cleveland Browns. And last year he got a lot of targets from Deshaun Watson, believe it or not. So if you get him in I'd say 8th round is where you want to draft him.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of like a flex guy that you throw in there.
Yeah, can I throw in a sleeper that I forgot? Calvin Ridley. People forget about him because of his
Ooh.
year suspension.
That's true.
When
I
he
did forget about him.
before he left, he was top 10 receiver,
Yes.
balling. At times, he was a top 5 receiver.
Yes.
For the longest, and 2 years ago, fantasy football, he was number 1 receiver for 9 weeks. So I think he's a big sleeper, huge sleeper.
He's a huge sleeper because I feel like on our draft day, people are gonna forget about him, and he's gonna go in the 10th round or
I
something.
remember I got him in the 10th round with
That's
2
true.
years ago, and then
I think it was him.
he was better than my first overall selection.
Who was your first overall selection?
Oh, my first round pick was Michael Thomas.
Oh, well, that was when he got injured.
He got injured, which
Gully
sucked.
Howard. He got some more.
It may change down the road, but who are your division winners? The Lions will be fun this year, so they can definitely win the NFC North. Trent Clapp said, "No, OBJ is crazy."
We haven't gotten to all of it, but OBJ.
Let's not lie. OBJ wasn't on our list.
That's true.
He wasn't there. So
I know we didn't even finish our list though.
yeah, but he
But
wasn't.
still, OBJ is nowhere near my sleeper list.
Oh, we have to tell Stephen Land who we think's going to win the divisions. NFC North got the Lions.
Yep. That's easy.
The divisions with the Chiefs. Chiefs are winning it.
Yes.
NFC South. I have the Panthers winning it. Yeah, it's NFC South, right? I'm not too good with divisions, but I try.
NFC South. NFC West is the Niners. That's easy.
I got Niners winning that.
East. Eagles.
AFC North, I got the Browns winning it.
You got the Browns winning it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, my bad, Bengals. Oh my.
I was gonna say, oh god.
I forgot about them for a second.
Yep, Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
Go Bengals. Yep. AFC East is tough.
Is that? Which I'm sorry, I'm
That's
not
where
good. With the Bills.
Bills, Jets,
Yeah, I said I think the
Patriots.
Jets are going to win it.
Jets are gonna win it.
I'm not high on the Bills this year.
I got Dolphins winning that one.
Yep. I'm forgetting about another division. I'm tripping right now.
AFC South.
Is that the one?
Did you say that?
Yeah, no, wait, no, I didn't.
AFC South
This
is
one,
the Titans.
Jaguars. I got Jaguars.
That's Jags.
Easy
Jags.
Jags. Yeah, those were.
So yeah, we got
Prediction.
we got Jags, Chiefs, Bengals,
I said Jets.
Jags, Chiefs, Bengals,
I said Jets. You said Dolphins.
Jets or Dolphins. I'd say you could interchange them.
NFC North, Lions.
I'd say
NFC
Lions,
South, I got Panthers.
49ers.
49ers is easy for me.
I would say Panthers too. I need to look into that more
I don't know, dude. All that's like the
because they all
worst
just
division.
they all just suck.
No, it's not that they all suck. It's just they're all like they don't really have an identity for any of the teams.
They're all really in that
They're all
rebuild.
going through like just a different like weird phase.
Yes.
New Orleans hasn't gotten past Drew Brees leaving them yet. Tampa Bay has to get over Tom Brady leaving.
That's gonna take a while.
Panthers are still trying to figure out who their quarterback for the future is.
Hopefully it's
then,
Bryce Young. If it's not, then oh god.
Yeah, and the Falcons are trying to see what they can do with Ritter, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson. So stuff's really got to try to figure out. Oh, okay. Stephen Lassif Lowell, I would have said bold prediction if he said Browns. Yeah, no. I just completely forgot about the Bengals for a quick second. I think it's gonna be close though. I think the Browns will contend for the division win, but yeah, I have Bengals winning it. Continue with your sleepers.
And then my last two sleepers are James Conner. Yeah, he's on a bad offense, and yeah, the Cardinals are going to absolutely suck this year. But fantasy-wise, James Conner puts up numbers, puts up consistent numbers.
Mhm.
And then, of course, Nico Collins is a huge sleeper. Because if C.J. Stroud is any good, or if Davis Mills is somehow the starter, Nico Collins is the number one receiver there. Because Brandon Cooks is now a Cowboy, and if I'm correct on the Robert Woods thing, that's the only competition. And besides that, I would say there's nobody. So
Houston's just a
it's a
horrible
complete
team.
dumpster.
The only players that they got that are
fire.
decent are Damian Pierce, Stroud, Will Anderson, and
I wouldn't even say Stroud yet because he hasn't even beat out Davis Mills.
I'm just trying to,
But yeah.
possibly
But yeah.
potentially. Other than that, though, Oh, Derek Stingley as well.
Yes,
I'll give it. I'll say he's also good player.
he's okay,
He's figuring it out. He'll get better.
but he'll get better. Yeah, but that is fantasy football thing. You want to move on?
Yep. Now we're going on more to news or stuff that's recently happened.
Yep.
Lions today cut former second-round pick Denzel Mims that they traded for today. Traded for
A month.
a month ago. Yes. I'm a bit shocked because they traded for him just to cut him, but the Lions don't lose their pick because I think there's probably something in there that was if he gets cut, then we get our pick back. Because it didn't seem like the Jets wanted him at all, anyways. So the Lions get their pick back. The Lions cut the player. Nothing too much of a loss of that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just a bit shocking because it was a month after he got traded.
You guys recording?
Yeah.
I want to own something.
On you leave for a minute. It's okay.
All right.
Stream Owen will be back. Yeah. Just a bit confusing. Yeah, there's awkward stage here right now. But yeah. Not too much to talk about here, just weird that the Lions traded for him just to cut him a month later. But I think the Lions will be fine. They don't really need him as a receiver. That's it. That's really
That's it.
that's crazy.
Did you hear it?
I heard the entire conversation.
Okay.
Okay. We gotta talk about this. So Owen's sisters needed to talk to Owen, but she got her first win on Fortnite.
First solo win. Oh my god. Mental.
Would you want to give your thoughts on
But Denzel Mims,
Lions cutting Denzel Mims?
he's straight garbage. I'm just gonna say it. He's
Straight up stone hands.
bro, just he couldn't even. He was like a fourth string at the Jets. I don't know what he thought. The Lions roster looks really good this year. I don't know what we thought Denzel Mims was gonna be. Maybe a special teams, a hands team. I don't know.
But he wasn't even special teams for the Jets.
I know. So I don't know what we were thinking.
Yeah.
But that was like the most anticlimactic conversation I've ever
Yep.
encountered.
Moving
Anyways.
on. Yeah, moving on to our next topic. Ezekiel Elliott signs to the Patriots for a 1-year, $6 million deal, which makes him the highest paid running back on the team. But he's not the best running back on the team.
Ramondre Stevenson.
I don't really know why they signed him to sign him with that much of a pay, because Ramondre Stevenson is a better running
because he
back.
was sitting next to Mac Jones, bro. What are you
Yeah,
talking
him,
about?
yeah, he's interesting sitting next to Mac Jones at dinner with nobody across the table. That view out of the window must have been nice.
Yeah, it must have been.
But I mean, I just don't really understand this, because he's a high-paid running back for how running backs are getting paid, and he's considered to be on a
He's
complete
not good.
downfall. He's not good.
Not good.
Like when you see his like pictures and videos of him at practice, you think he's playing center. Like, let's be honest with ourselves.
he
he's
did
put
play
on the
center
bulk.
for a play.
He's putting on the okay, that was weird. We don't need to talk about that, but I mean, he's getting number 15 back. He's putting his college number back.
That's not going to do anything.
I don't know why everybody thinks it's going to all of a sudden make him a 1,000-yard rusher again.
More like when he wore that. The last time he wore that, you know how many yards he had?
Not that many.
1,700 yards.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the last game.
Oh no, but
Like,
the last
season.
the last season that he wore number 15,
Oh,
he
yeah,
had
no, he
1,700
popped
yards. He's
off
not
at
doing
Ohio
that again.
State. Yeah,
He's no, that was with the Cowboys in his like rookie year or something like that. Second year.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I thought he
Yeah,
always
like
just wore
17.
21.
No, he had 15. Like
Wow.
his first year or two or something like that.
Wow.
But dude, it's not gonna happen, man. What?
Fun question. What is your favorite shoe brand? I've seen some with the logo, that logo on your jersey on. Also, I know you ran Jack. Hope cross country goes well, so you probably need good ones. Yeah, my favorite shoe brand is definitely Nike by far. Not even a question. Nikes are better than everything. Simple.
Maybe even Jordans?
No.
You don't got Jordans?
I just run.
Well, actually, Jordan and Nike.
All my shoes I wear are running shoes, so I'm gonna go Nike shoes.
I mean, I do like the Under Armour, like the slip speed ones. I don't know if you know what those are. You know the ones that
Hey man, all I do
they
is
slip and then they have the little turn dial.
get running shoes. Is I walk around with the ones that I'm done running with, and then I run with the ones I.
But Nike, yeah, I've had a lot of Nike shoes in the past, like a lot. Like it's not even
Yeah,
a lot to count, and they're comfy too.
yeah, Nikes are good. But yeah, Zeke to the Patriots is definitely an interesting move.
And wearing number 15 again, like
I don't think that's not going to solve
that's
anything.
Not,
It's
no,
not going to
No, it's
magically
not.
just make him prime Ezekiel Elliott again.
If it made him prime Zeke again, I don't know what the Cowboys. I don't know what he had beef with the Cowboys in the front office or something like that. I don't know.
He's just on the downfall. I know
He's
wants
on
to
the
pay him again,
downfall.
so
And it's sad to see, but it is what it is.
yeah. Moving on to baseball. Shohei Ohtani, pretty good week. 42. He hit his 42nd home run a few days ago, and he's also got a $700 million contract.
Got paid and hit a home run.
Yes. So I
It's
mean,
W.
he's the future, and yeah, he's getting paid like he's the future. So
Yes.
best player in baseball gets paid the best. So simple. We don't need to talk too much about that.
Nope. It's
Easy.
It's simple and easy.
Yep.
If you know baseball, this dude is just flat out dominating on
Best
both sides.
player like all around of all time.
Yes.
With really great pitcher and a really great hitter. Top 5 in all. of them,
That's
so,
ridiculous to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous to do.
Just quick and easy topic.
Yes.
Not too much to talk about. Something that happened shockingly. The movie The Blind Side.
This blindsided me, literally.
Yeah, blindsided everybody, honestly. Really blindsided Michael Orr. But yeah, Michael Orr is filing a lawsuit against the Tui family who adopted him.
Put that in
Which-
quotes. Put that
yeah,
in quotes.
but
Yep.
when he turned 18, they made him they made it seem like they were signing adoption papers for him so he'd be adopted, but no, they really just took care of all the money. They really just took control of his money that he can make, other than like getting paid directly or like NFL money or anything like that. But like
Yep.
opportunities to make money off of them, they could do, and They tricked him into it, which is sad because he definitely didn't understand money when you come from no money.
And
So
he was absolutely it's messed up.
yeah, it's completely messed up.
It's
I mean,
completely messed up.
I hope he wins because
And he's rigged out of $300
$100
million.
million. Yeah,
$300 million.
that is
That is
Crazy.
crazy.
and they were already the Tui family was already really wealthy, and they just adopted him just so they could make a
Adopted him.
lot more money off of him,
Yes.
get publicity off of him.
Yep.
And Michael Orr made $0 from it, $0 from the blind side, and they profited $300 million off of just quote unquote adopting him. That's crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And,
And the thing is, if he wins this lawsuit, it's probably going to be like more like 400, 500
he's
million.
going to get a ton of money.
It's probably going to double the money, like 300 million. It might even get up to like 600 million.
I'm not sure about all that, but all I know is that he's got to make a lot of money.
And he's
If
gonna
he wins, he's
make a
gonna-
lot.
he's
He's
gonna
gonna
get a lot
make
of
a
money.
lot. I think he'll easily win the lawsuit. Just the facts out of it, like just logically, it's messed up. It's
I mean,
completely messed
You
up.
never know things.
But the law is a lot different than just straight up logic. So
I'm not going to get into all that.
But yeah.
I'm just going to say my opinion. I hope he wins it because getting scammed out of $300 million and making $0 off of it when it was just based off of your name and what you've done, that's messed up.
yes,
So I mean, I hope he wins the case, gets a lot of money in return for it, and yeah, and I hope he really proves that the Blind Side movie is twisted a lot. He talks about how in the movie he says he's never had a bed before. Not true. He's never slept in a bed. That makes no sense. He even said that, and they act like he couldn't play football at all, and the mom of the Tui family had to teach him how to play football and all that.
Mhm.
He was an All-American before they adopted him. So there's a lot fabricated with that. So yeah, I think
it's crazy.
I thought the movie was great, but you could tell that there was something a little off with it. And now it's really came out. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, messed up by the Tui family. So I hope he wins it.
Yep, definitely.
Moving on to soccer. I know this is All-American Valley Boys, but you got to give credit when credit's due.
Well, I mean, it technically is America now,
It's not like the four main sports.
but still,
It happened
I
in
mean,
America.
It happened in America.
It's for an American team, so
Yes.
I'll let it slide. Lionel Messi scores 9 goals in 6 games, and he is tied for the most points in the season with 9 with another player who's played 24 more games than him or something like that. And
Absolutely ridiculous.
so,
The
yeah,
GOAT.
he's the GOAT. Honestly, I don't know too much about soccer, but he's the GOAT. He won the World Cup. I've seen that
Yeah,
he's won.
Ronaldo doesn't have much of an argument anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen that he has what's the equivalency of being like the scoring champ in the NBA. He has
The Golden Boot.
the Golden Boot. Yeah, he has that. A lot of those.
Yes.
So I mean, I think it's not unfair to call him the GOAT. So I'll call him GOAT status off the very little soccer knowledge I know.
Yeah, I will claim that as well.
I'm not even gonna act like I know a lot of soccer. I don't.
I don't either.
I don't watch it.
Messi, Ronaldo.
We just gotta give credit where credit's due. 9 goals in 6 games. Even as
Yes.
a person who doesn't know soccer, that's crazy.
It's pretty darn impressive.
So yeah.
That's not. I don't think it's.
Yeah, it's not him. My bad. Moving on. Dalvin Cook was traded to the Jets.
Or signed.
Well, they have signed to the Jets. My bad. Sorry. It feels like he's been traded, but he just got cut and then signed. So
Yep.
Yeah, I think this just adds more depth to the great offense that the Jets are building. But
Mm-hmm.
I think the only issue with the Jets right now is their offensive line. But we can talk about that later. Just want to talk about our thoughts about just Dalvin Cook signing to the Jets. He's going for the ring. He's going for a ring.
I think it's also the better option. Of course, I talked about it with the Tyreek Hill thing.
And then he was also talking about going to the Patriots, but that's just a dumpster fire.
The Patriots is just
That's
stupid
a
to go to.
complete dumpster fire.
And like Ramondre Stevenson, I feel like they're now investing into Ramondre Stevenson.
For 3 years, and then they're gonna
For a
give
lot
him
more.
the running back treatment and just tell
Of
him
course.
to leave. Yeah.
Of course, but Ramondre hasn't really had full control of that backfield yet in his career. So I just think that, adding Dalvin Cook, of course, Dalvin Cook, I don't know why he would even want to go there. then Miami, of course, we talked about it with Tyreek when I was talking about Tyreek Hill, how they're more pass dominant than run dominant. So I think it probably would have affected him a lot.
I just think that I think it just
So
went
the
down
Jets
to
is just the best option.
I think it just went down to who he thinks is going to have a better chance of winning because the Dolphins and the Jets both have good offenses, but the Jets have a way better defense.
That's true.
Other than like Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard, I like the Jets defense a lot more.
I mean, the Dolphins do have a couple.
You got Quinn Williams on the defensive line for the Jets. That's great alone.
Bradley Chubb,
Bradley
for the
Chubb.
Dolphins.
Then you got Sauce Gardner for the Jets. And that right there is just good. So, and you've seen them last year. They were a great team on defense, but they couldn't score points. That's why they were a 7-10 team.
Now they got Aaron Rodgers, Dalvin Cook,
So
Brees Hall. I mean, Garrett Wilson.
I think the Jets are not going to be as good as they look.
Hold on, wait for it.
This is before with Favre. They got unlucky when he got injured in 08, but we'll see. Dolphins got Fangio, though, so the Dolphins defense haven't upgraded too. I don't know. I like the Jets defense more, but I mean, we're going to talk about the Jets more later on, so I save that a bit.
Yeah.
I like the sign. Just adds more depth. So now I think it's proven that you need two solid running backs to be good in this league, unless you have like Patrick Mahomes, which yeah,
Then you only need Isaiah Pacheco
yeah, but
or some random dude in the back.
yeah, it's definitely good to have Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook, especially after Brees Hall had a ACL tear. So yeah,
Because then after that, it got a little rough.
it got really rough on offense because they couldn't run the ball anymore because Michael Carter he even got hurt, and then they traded away James Robinson to New York, or New York Giants. So yeah,
Well, no, that was
well they just weren't. No, my bad.
I think
sorry.
they cut him. I think they cut him, and then the Giants signed him.
Yes.
Something
Same
like that.
thing.
Whatever.
Nonetheless, it was a mess. They never really liked James Robinson, so
I don't know why that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I like the sign in general. Moving on, Anthony Richardson is a starter. Is it named the starter? I'm gonna throw out a big take right now.
Let him cook.
I absolutely hate this decision. They're putting in a player who's played 13 games in college and looked very horrible in his preseason game. I think the best comparison to this is Mitchell Trubisky. I think he's going to be the next Mitchell Trubisky. Think about it. Both played 12, 13 games in college, didn't really do too much, and they got drafted. Mitch Trubisky got drafted second overall, and Anthony Richardson got drafted fourth overall.
Yes.
So, top 5 draft picks, both of them, and both have the same amount of games played and are getting put in starter day one. So,
All
They're
I'm gonna
both-
say is
they're both
if
raw
it's-
talents. So,
If it's the same thing as Mitchell Trubisky, at least the Colts will get one good year out of it.
I mean, do you call them making the playoffs and losing the first round a great year? I mean, a good year? Yeah.
I mean, but they went. I think
that
it was
really-
12-4 or something.
Is that
13.
what you draft Mitchell Trubisky for? Did you go
That's
12-4 and then lose
That's
the
true.
first playoff
Second,
game?
yeah, and of course Mitchell Trubisky did horrible the year before that. It was Khalil Mack that really kind of elevated the defense and stuff like that.
And I didn't really think Mitchell Trubisky was that great of a quarterback when they made it to the playoffs.
No, he wasn't.
Defense
No, he was
really
not.
carried.
No, he was not.
I remember seeing him play against the Lions that year, and the Lions should have won, but they did Lions stuff and they lost. So yeah, I just think this is very, very risky, and they should have had a backup playing quarterback so they could ease him into it. But they're saying F it, they're going right to it.
Oh yeah, they have Gardner Minshew. I forgot
Yeah,
that's who he was
Let's be
competing with.
completely honest with ourselves. Gardner Minshew wasn't competing from day one. He was not. He had no chance.
It's kind of like the CJ Stroud thing, but he can't beat out Davis Mills.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
I don't know. It's kind of like the rookie quarterbacks. Like in past years, I felt like they've been named starters like quicker. I don't know if it's just like me being eager for football to be back, and it's just like kind of being slower. But like, I don't know. Just in the past, it's felt like rookie quarterbacks are just instantly starters.
I would actually argue against that. Lamar Jackson was back up to Joe Flacco for a bit. Patrick Mahomes was back up to Alex Smith for a bit. Josh Allen, I mean, he got put in a bad situation, so he was a starter right away. But I mean,
But like in the offseason, you know how like these rookie quarterbacks like have to compete with these veterans.
Like training camp?
I just feel like this year it's being dragged on a little bit, unless that's just me.
I think this is pretty normal.
Because I mean, CJ Stroud versus Davis Mills.
I
I mean, we kind of see who the starter is.
Justin
don't know.
Herbert versus Tyrod Taylor. That's on the site. It's on the site. Justin Herbert took him until week 2 to play.
That's true.
So I mean,
I
I
did
think
forget
it
about that
goes both ways.
I just
So there's definitely good quarterbacks who got put in right away, but they definitely weren't as raw talents and they had more experience. So that's what I don't like about Anthony Richardson. He has very limited game experience, and he's getting put right into it, right to the big boy stage. So,
well, I guess we'll find out week 1, won't we?
yep. Moving on to another quarterback who was named starter. We have Sam Howell for the Commanders. Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much to talk about here. I mean, I like it.
Just sadly, Terry McLaurin has to go a whole nother year with.
Honestly, I think Sam Howell's going to prove a lot of people wrong. So,
I mean, he is better than a couple options that they've had in the past.
I mean,
Like
I like it.
Carson
I like it.
Wentz.
He's got a cannon. He's just got to, have less mistakes.
Yes.
He plays recklessly. He's got to. I mean, there's no really. I don't know how to really explain this except for the fact that he's just got to play a smoother game.
I think you got to put it all together.
Yeah, I mean, if he can stop turning the ball over a lot, he'd be a great quarterback because he's got great arm talent and he's in the game he played.
Mhm.
He played pretty good.
Yep.
He just had some poor interceptions.
I just think that he has Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
And he has Jahan Dotson.
Yep.
So I think he has the receivers to do it.
And he's got Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson as running back. So he's got decent pieces around him.
Yes.
So I think he is a good setup. Anthony Richardson, he's got Taylor and Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, but he's got very little experience. At least
That's true.
Sam Howell played a lot in college.
And he sat behind, and kind of like watched the game, from the sideline and stuff. Just like he's easing
Make it seem like he's a bench warmer with sat on the sidelines.
he's easing into it. That's all I was trying to get at. Is just that he's kind of eased into it. Anthony Richardson's just being thrown
He's
in,
getting put right in.
and they're
If it-
just praying.
They're saying if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean,
Unfortunately, that's
the GM should be fired because he's trying to make big plays with quarterbacks and they've never worked.
true. Do they still have the same GM?
Oh yeah, no, the same GM that signed Philip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and Matt Ryan, back to
How is
back
he
years.
not fired?
How? I don't know.
He's 0 for 3.
I mean, Philip Rivers wasn't that bad. He got them to the playoffs.
So then 1
they-
for 2
I
because Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan.
so 1 for 3. You said 1 for 2,
Oh yeah, because Philip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. That's
And-
1 for 2. Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers is 1.
Yeah,
You mean 1 and 2?
I said 1 2. Yeah.
1 for 2 means 1 worked out and the other one didn't. 1 out of 2 players.
No, I mean 1 worked out and 2
Oh, so 1 and 2.
failed.
So
1 and 2. He's 1 and 2.
Oh, you
That's
said-
what I was saying.
Oh, you said. Oh,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean,
But that's what I was trying to get at. It's just that the dude is 1 for 2. Like,
you're really irritating with that 1 for 2.
he's
See,
1
let-
and 2.
let me-
1 and 2.
Let me write this down for you.
1.
That's 1 for 2.
That's
This is
1 and
1
2.
and 2.
1 and 2. Okay, so he's
That
1 and 2.
All
He's
right.
1
All right.
and
All
2.
right. All right. One
and
win, 2 losses.
1 and 2. 1 win, 2 losses.
Yes. All right. Thank you. So I just had to really clear the air on that one.
That's true because we don't want you guys confused either.
Yeah. But
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
That's it.
Yeah. Moving on from quarterbacks being named starters. Got to talk about Hard Knocks and the Jets. So a lot of stuff.
I think this is all you.
Yeah, I think because I've watched both of the Hard Knock episodes. Have you watched any of them?
No, I don't think I have HBO.
All right, so I mean, I think the Hard Knock episodes are great right now. I think they really, insider information, even for just straight up fans.
I have seen some clips though of like Aaron Rodgers
Well-
actually being funny.
Let me just say this right now: Aaron Rodgers is great. Garrett Wilson is great. He's got great connection with receivers. Running backs will appear like they're going to be good. The only issue is their offensive line is horrible. They get ran through so bad. Like they got it so bad that they're trying to talk with the Packers for David Bakhtiari, which is probably going to get shut down. So
The GM has apparently already shut it down.
they got to try to figure
Apparently.
out. They got to figure out a way to get a decent offensive line around Rodgers. Doesn't matter if you have a Hall of Fame quarterback, if you can't have any protection.
Possible top 5 receiver, 2 amazing running backs.
Yeah, I mean, they just got to figure it out.
Check just, but yeah, definitely. I don't think the David Bakhtiari thing is going to go through for sure. I mean, there's no way. There's no way they just are just going to steal the entire Packers team and then put it with the Jets.
Yeah, I agree too. I just don't think the Packers are going to do it because the Packers GM is petty. So
Plus, he'd be stupid to do it because he has Jordan Love, who has to survive a season. Believe it or not, he doesn't have to survive a game. He has to survive an entire season.
or else it'll really look bad on the GM.
It'll look bad on the GM's part because he just gave away Pro Bowl offensive linemen,
Mhm.
and just it would look very bad.
Yeah, but I think the Jets got to figure out with their offensive line. Other than that, the other team's looking great. So, yeah, 2 good running backs. Garrett Wilson, receiver.
Mhm.
Nicole Hardman, solid.
Mhm.
CJ Azuma for tight end. On defense, you got Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner. You got big players on the team. Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb.
I mean, not Bradley
Dolphins.
Chubb. I bet Dolphins. You got McDonald, the defensive end. He's good.
Mhm.
Slash linebacker. He's good.
Who's the guy from Florida State that they drafted a couple years ago? He was good. Defensive end. Forget his name. But
Yeah, I mean, I think the
anyways,
Jets are looking good.
Jets are looking good.
So, they just got to figure out their offensive line situation. They'll be an elite team. Next topic is Team USA. The basketball team, they are 4-0 so far. I mean, I'm not too familiar with this because I'm not watching it, to be honest, so this is more of your thing.
They're just 4-0 before the play.
So they're winning their bracket?
They're not winning their. No, this is just basically scrimmages.
Oh.
They're 4-0 in their scrimmages. I mean, the star players are. Actually, I shouldn't say that because Luka didn't play. But
I've been listening. I will probably head off to eat. I appreciate your podcast. It was fun today to join. And hope you both have a great weekend and Friday. Yep. Thank you. Hope you have a great weekend and end of your Friday as well. Thanks for tuning in. It means a lot.
yeah, this has gone a little bit long, but
Yeah, we got really dialed in on the fantasy talk.
that's true.
But yeah, I mean, just shouting out our USA basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Last topic is Victor Wembanyama. Owen really wanted to talk about this. His rookie rating is an 84 overall.
I think it's outrageous.
I mean, I think it's high because they gave a guy like LeBron James a 78.
Yeah, for reference, LeBron James as a rookie was a 78. It's as much hype as LeBron had. A 78. Victor Wembanyama.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it. It's always great to hear keep up the great work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're putting in a lot of work and time into this. But Victor Wembanyama at an 84, I think is ridiculous. Because for reference, I mean, other players that are around there, like 89s, is like Tyrese Halliburton, LaMelo Ball,
Isn't Jamal Murray an 87?
or an 88, something like that. He's around there.
He's lowballed big time.
Yes, but still, there's guys around there that have been in the league for many years and have even made the All-Star game
Yep.
and are still, unfortunately,
I think it's just
not
2K.
even 90s.
It's just 2K glazing on
Yes.
Wemby, not gonna lie.
So if Wemby has a good rookie season, I have a feeling he's going to be like a 92, 93 next year. Easy.
Oh yeah, they'll bump him up big time.
It's.
But I mean, I guess shout out for Wemby for being on 2K's
I kind of
good
want
side.
to see his attributes though. 'Cause
Yeah,
I want to imagine his 3-point shot.
they
I can
probably got
imagine
all that
that.
relatively high.
It's probably like 85 or something like that. It's
Yeah.
probably ridiculous.
But those are all the topics we got for the podcast. Today
Yeah,
was
let's-
a very solid stream. Check out all of our socials on TikTok, YouTube,
Instagram,
Instagram.
Twitter,
We have a Twitter as well, yes, or X.
X.
I call it the proper term, but
That's right.
yeah. Thanks for tuning. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
All right.
All right, we're gonna
Thanks-
sign off.
Thanks everybody tuning in.
Yep. Make sure to like the stream. If you got anybody, just subscribe. Please do.
On the road to 200.
On the road to 200, and we will see you guys in the next episode.